Familiar by Thy Side, the 6th episode of Agatha All Along, explains Billy Maximoff's return to the MCU and how the Scarlet Witch's son was able to return following WandaVision's heartbreaking conclusion. As Wanda and Vision's magically produced twin boys, Billy and Tommy Maximoff made their debut in WandaVision Episode 3, now in color. As the narrative progressed, they were finally shown as 10-year-olds with superpowers, but their fates were put in doubt after the Scarlet Witch defeated the Hex in the Westview, New Jersey, area. Despite seeming to be exterminated at the conclusion of WandaVision, Billy Maximoff has apparently made a comeback to the MCU, according to Agatha All Along Episode 5. Before Episode 5's reveal, Joe Locke's teen was widely assumed to be Billy Maximoff, with several hints suggesting that he was the Scarlet Witch's son. Billy Maximoff's revised origin narrative in the MCU was examined in Agatha All Along Episode 6, Familiar by Thy Side, which altered his Marvel Comics past while also providing a flawless explanation for Wiccan's much-awaited comeback. Billy Maximoff, played by Balin Bielitz, was born in the 1980s during WandaVision Episode 3, which was a sitcom set in the 1970s. He was 5 years old at the time. In order to let him and his brother to keep their new dog, Sparky, he was later aged up to 10, this time portrayed by Julian Hilliard. The first to demonstrate his magical powers was Hilliard's Billy, who mimicked his mother, the Scarlet Witch. Billy didn't survive the destruction of the Westview Hex, even though these abilities were helpful in the last conflict with S.W.O.R.D. The versions of Vision, Billy, and Tommy that Wanda Maximoff had made inside the Hex vanished, as well as she made the decision to bring it down. Unlike the other inhabitants of Westview, Billy and Tommy Maximoff did not have any human alter egos outside of the Hex, hence, their physical bodies were not returned to their rightful owners but instead vanished completely. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Hilliard played a version of Billy Maximoff, but up until this point, his Earth-616 counterpart appeared to be dead. Darkest Hour, Wake Thy Power, the conclusion of Agatha All Along Episode 5, verified that Joe Locke is portraying a new iteration of Billy Maximoff's Wiccan. It was wonderful to see Agatha All Along Episode 6 examine Billy Maximoff's reappearance, because this was a startling yet anticipated and highly hypothesized reveal. Billy's soul, which was formed by the Scarlet Witch's power, survived the dismantling of the Westview Hex, even though his physical body did not. Billy's spirit discovered a vacant vessel to call home William Kaplan's body. William Kaplan, son of Jeff and Rebecca Kaplan, was born and reared in Eastview, New Jersey, and on the day of his bar mitzvah, he witnessed the Scarlet Witch dismantling the Westview anomaly. This diverted his parents, resulting in a terrible vehicle accident that ultimately led to William Kaplan's untimely death. Kaplan's talents were maintained at the same time as Billy Maximoff's spirit entered his now empty body. However, he didn't recall his identity until 3 years later, when he began looking into Agatha Harkness in an attempt to get entrance to the Witch's Road and locate his brother. Billy Maximoff's rather more intricate Marvel Comics origin narrative was perfectly adapted by Agatha All Along's explanation of his return. In 1986, Billy and Tommy Maximoff made their debut in the Vision and the Scarlet Witch 12 of Marvel Comics. The twins were created utilizing the Scarlet Witch's reality warping abilities, just like in WandaVision, but it was subsequently discovered that they were really created using fragments of the evil villain Mephisto's soul. The twins were killed when Mephisto reabsorbed them, leaving the Scarlet Witch in a world of agony.